Mi artista es Salvador Dali. Su nombre completo es Salvador Domingo Felipe Jacinto Dali y Dominic. Fue nacido en el 11 de mayo de 1904. Él fue nacido en Figueres, Cataluña, España. Figueres es una ciudad pequeña en el coste oeste de España. Es poco cerca de Barcelona. Sus padres fueron Salvador Dali y Cusi y Felipa Dominic Ferres. Su padre fue un abogado y fue muy estricto. Su madre fue muy apoyo de Salvador y sus esfuerzos. Él tuvo un hermano. Su nombre fue Salvador también. Él murió de la gastroenteritis 9 meses antes de Salvador Dali fue nacido. Cuando Salvador tuvo 5 años, sus padres tomaron Salvador a la tumba de su hermano y ellos dijeron Salvador él fue una reencarnación de su hermano. La pintura a la izquierda es su interpretación de su hermano. También él tuvo una hermana. Su nombre fue Ana María. Ella fue 3 años menor de Salvador. Sus amigos fueron FC Barcelona jugadores de fútbol Sagi Barba y Josep Samitier. Dalí asistió a una escuela de dibujo. También cuando en las vacaciones del verano con la artista Ramón Pichot descubierto pintura moderna. Pichot fue un amigo de Pablo Picasso y fue un mentor de Dalí. Dalí fue inspirado por las pinturas de Pichot. Muchas personas pensaron Salvador fue loco. Él reportado tener visiones y él dijo las visiones le inspirado. Estas visiones fue la inspiración para muchas pinturas de Dalí. Cuando tuvo 15 años, tuvo su exposición primero en Municipal Theater en Figueres. La esposa de Salvador fue Gala. El caso Gala 5 años después de ellos empezaron viviendo juntos. Salvador Dalí murió en el 23 de enero de 1984. Estas son algunas de sus pinturas. Salvador Dali's main paint medium was oil paint. He was a surrealist. A surrealist is an artist who painted unnerving, illogical scenes with photographic precision, created strange creatures from everyday objects, and developed painting techniques that allowed the unconscious to express itself and/or idea or concept. He helped nourish this style of art. Before Dali's time, surrealism wasn't as popular, but he helped to inspire more artists to make surrealist pieces like his. Even today, people are inspired by his work, such as Damien Hirst, Noel Fielding, and Jeff Koons. Dalí used the technique of paranoia to make his artwork stand out. This technique of paranoia introduced a new way of looking at some scenes and settings. Also, he used light and shadow to create a dramatic effect and add depth to his paintings. 3 of these paintings were The Persistence of Memory, The Disintegration of the Persistence of Memory, and Geopoliticus Child Watching the Birth of the New Man. The Persistence of Memory was one of Dalí's greatest pieces ever. It was created in 1931. This painting is supposed to show that Dalí rejected the idea that time is rigid. It is supposed to be the landscape of Cap de Creu in Catalonia, Spain. There is a rocky feature in the background, which is the Cape, and the shadow in the foreground is that of Mount Pani. The creature in the painting is said to be Dalí. He appears to be sleeping as the only visible eye is closed, which may mean that the painting was a dream of his. As I said before, many of Dalí's paintings were visions of his, like this one. Also, the orange clock in the corner is covered by ants. Ants in all of Dali's paintings represent decay, so it is also showing the decay of time. The disintegration of the persistence of memory was a recreation of the persistence of memory, except with a twist. This painting was created in 1954. In this painting, the entire landscape appears to be floating above water. Also, the shapes of the original painting were split up into rectangular and cylindrical figures. This resembles the breakdown of matter into atoms. Dali was extremely interested in science, specifically nuclear physics. During this time, there was a revelation in the age of quantum physics, so this piece fit perfectly into the time period. There was also a fish rising out of the strange creature from the first painting. This fish is meant to represent life. There are horn-shaped objects near the water as well. These horns represented atomic missiles, as there were wars and battles happening all over the world. The missiles were meant to represent the possible death of all humanity too, because despite cosmic order, humanity could eventually destroy itself. The last painting is Geopoliticus Child watching the birth of the new man. This painting was completed in 1943. This painting showed the shift of Dali's works from personal to science and religion. In this painting, Dali turned to the Renaissance for inspiration. He found an old interest of his in Catholicism. In the painting, the continents are on the egg in golden paint. The man emerging from the egg is coming from the area of America, or the New World. Europe is being crushed by the man's hand. This indicates the diminishing importance of Europe as an international power. There is an older man in the foreground, which represents the old age, pointing to and acknowledging the new man emerging from the egg. He is pointing this out to the younger boy, which represents the new age. The small child has a larger shadow than the tall man. There is a cloth above and below the egg-shaped world, as if the new world is just being unveiled. The blood coming from the egg shows that there will be much pain and suffering to birth this new region.